Hello and welcome to Casablanca Cargo. This is Kathy and this is my index cards project continuation. I'm really excited to share with you today my creation that I have made, and it's going to be in a few steps and it may be a little bit longer than a normal video of mine, but I hope you stick around because what comes out at the end is I love it, but I don't know, maybe you'll love it too. So I got this fabric at Joann's on the remnant bin, and it's so pretty, and I was just real excited to use it at some point during the autumn. I actually got this in the summertime. So what I'm going to do is section off a piece here, and because I want it to fray a little bit on the ends, I'm just going to rip it. I love ripping fabric. Do you? I do. I love it. It's just so, there's just something satisfying about ripping fabric. So I want it to fray on the edges, so I'm going to rip. I'll just take a little nip there with the scissors, and then you just rip. And just, it's real fun. This is a piece of, well, you know those mattress covers that you can get, and they've got that kind of quilty batting material, kind of. Well, when my mattress covers, the elastic starts to give away, I use them and actually as batting, because I've washed them and along the way, and they come in really handy and a lot cheaper than going and buying batting. So this is what I'm using behind the fabric, and those are Wonder Clips. They come in handy. I like them a lot of times better than pins. They don't hurt when you accidentally touch them. And if I can use the clips, I'll use them more than straight pins. I have a piece here from the bottom of a bag, and it's pretty sturdy, paper bag, and I'm going to use it as the thing that joins the two pieces together. Yeah, that's the technical term. Oh, well, you know me. I come up with things, but I need a little extra, so I'm just gonna glue that bit together there and fill it in, trim it down, fill it in, all that kind of good stuff. This is going to be behind the cards anyway, so I just need it to glue together and stay together and, just help the project out. Okay, that seems to do the job. I think it's going to work, and so let's move on. Now, a while ago, a few months ago, I bought this queen size duvet at a thrift store, almost sight unseen because I didn't take it out of the big bag that it was in, clear bag. And when I got it home, I got it because the front was really pretty with these sort of watercolor flowers. The back was just an off-white cotton. So I decided to tea stain it in my washing machine. I didn't know if the front was cotton or polycotton, but I just took a chance and I used the RIT dye for cotton and silks and things like that. So I used camel because the RIT dye, if you go on their website, they have formulas, which, oh man, you can go down a rabbit hole with formulas on there, but for it to make it look like it's tea stained, they said to use the camel RIT dye. So I put in about a quarter cup, fill my washing machine with hot water, add a cup of salt, add a little squeeze or two of dish soap, and I put it in the washing machine. Well, the back of the duvet was cotton, and it has come out a very pretty tea-stained color. The front of it dyed it a little bit, but it also pilled up real bad now. So I used some of it for a cover, a seat cushion for my day bed, and I used the bottom portion that still had the buttons attached to it. So this is just some of the material that I have left. And so instead of using the outside, I'm going to put the outside inside. You can see one of those flowers there, but it's real, the material now is real nubbly, and I have to get a shaver out, and it's just, it was only $8, so I can work with it. I've got a ton of fabric for that $8. It's just, maneuvering it now. So for the inside of this sewing project with the index cards, I'm just going to turn it outside in, put the nubbly stuff on the inside. I'm going to cover the mattress pad batting and then I'm going to sew it all together with the leaf fabric will be on the top, and just sort of make a little sewing project here, and the clips come in handy. And I just, instead of sewing this and that and this and that, I'm just going to sew it all together. And here's the back piece. It's the same way with the batting and the muslin color, tea stain color innards. So I'm going to take this to the sewing machine in a moment. But first, I'm going to decorate the index cards. Now you can see it's got, this is how it's going to look. This is what it's going to be. You can see that there, a little sneak peek. And this is my box of scrap papers and things. Just one of them. I mean, when you work with paper, you have more than one area. I mean, I do. I don't know about everybody, but I have several different scrap piles organized. Yes, highly organized now, not really. Oh my. Anyway, this is one of my boxes from when I was making journals for my little shop over in Irvine. And I would just put the remnants in there. And yeah, so I want the insides. I don't know. I ended up going with black and white interior. You'll see. I wanted to mention that I'm using different types of glue for different types of paper. For the magazine paper here for the butterfly, I'm just going to use it's a little bit stronger glue stick, and I'm trying to keep the magazine images from warping too much with wet glue. And it's just for me at this point, it's just a experiment. This is a craft school glue. I'm trying not to use expensive glue. I've had expensive glue, but not everybody wants to use expensive glue. So I just have been experimenting on what would work for my artistic endeavors here. And I feel that this craft school glue, it's been working pretty good. And yeah, it'll warp the paper a little bit, but for the most part, it doesn't. So I don't know. Your mileage may vary. This little orange circle is a little piece of embossed Well, it's not. It was from a pack that I used to get at Tuesday morning of scrap paper. They called it. It was just scraps of paper, and I took it with the embossing machine. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you could see it a little bit. It's raised, and I found it in a box with some other stuff, and there we go. And there's some leaves that I die cut. Yeah, and I'll just that little tag that I got out earlier, that's where I put it. Here on this side, just to try to balance things out. And then I'm going to use this little piece of rose here at the top of, I don't know, just trying to balance things out. I don't know. Did I do it? Didn't I? I don't know. I don't know. And then this was a little piece of washi tape from a different video that was just sort of there on my desk. So I thought, well, that would go right there. So there we are. Yeah, this is how my mind works. Just, grabbing things off the desk, I guess. But there's my little cards. And now we're going to go, I believe there you can see it up close. I'm going to take these to the sewing machine as well. I'm going to sew around the perimeter. There's the other card. And yeah, here we go, the sewing machine. Now, after I got the perimeter sewed down, I took it back to the sewing machine, and I'm doing a sort of a free motion stitching. I didn't change the presser foot to the free motion or darning foot. I just decided just to kind of stop and start and stop and start. And I go around the pumpkin 3 times just to quilt it down and give it some dimension. Okay, we're back with the sewn pieces now. I have a front, a back, and the 2 cards. And I'm going to take this piece of packing paper and cover up some of that ink on the other side of the brown paper bag, just so that, I don't know, I didn't like it. So I'm covering it up. For this portion, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac, which I don't like it. It bubbles. I've talked about it before. It smells. But when I'm gluing down fabric, it really is the only thing that will stick. So with the pages or the cards sewn, it looks like I sewed it all together, even though you saw that I glued the brown paper bag and the cards on. But here it is. Isn't it cute? I don't know. What do we call this? What do we call this? A card? I don't know. It's a little wallet. I don't know what it is. But it's great now because it just fits in the tray here, and now all those cards behind it will not fall down. They've been sliding ever since I started. Here's the front, and I went around 3 times around the pumpkin and sewed those cards down, and here's the back. I just sort of went around a few things, and here's the inside, and I'm just tickled to death how it turned out. I love it. I love this fabric. It's so pretty. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you soon.